they had street entrance on the side to the basement. You'll see that in big cities where you go down there. So, but they decided that they needed street level access at some point early on before 1900. And in one day, without losing a single day's business, they cut out all the floor joists and lowered the floor in one day. So, and these are part of the original floor joists. These are what were in here when we took over the building January 1st of 2012. And then we found out that many of these were rotted. So these are what you see around here then is as much reclaimed material as we could possibly keep from the original. So when we took off the original plaster, there was the bricks. So we were very happy to see the bricks. So these are locally done bricks in our brickyard that was located over there. This was a single business. It started by H.S. Swift, who was, I don't know if you did studies of Edgerton, one of our founding guys. And then it was Pringle & Brothers for a very long time, which was a dry goods, kind of like the Sears of its day. So you could buy sewing machines and stuff for your farm, and dry goods for your kitchen, and whatever else. It's also housed lawyers. Our first time lawyer was here before moving down the streets. There are 3 levels to the building. When the building first opened in 1857, we opened with a ball. It was really fun, and it cost $3 a couple, which must have been an extraordinary amount for the time. And because the 3rd floor, like many buildings of the time, was a theater or ballroom. So unfortunately, we can't go to the 3rd floor because it had to be legally abandoned in order for us to be able to use just the 1st floor. But that's where they held their ball to open it. I always thought that would be fun to revisit that someday and make everybody come and dress, and if not period pieces, at least formally. Let's see. So do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, about like the floor being abandoned. Is that because the building's historical?
No. Well, actually, the reason why is because I believe it was in 2010 there was a fire on the East Coast in the club, and people couldn't get out and they died. And that made sweeping changes across the nation. And so, in order to have the 3rd floor or the 2nd floor be open to the public, we would need to have a stair tower, which we have part of we have a stair tower now, and a sprinkler system. And that is going to start us about $150,000. Plus a second way to exit, which is there's no way we can lose more space here. So we had to abandon the 3rd floor. At some point, there was a fire on the 3rd floor. So the building now has a modern roof and modern steel support through it, because they had to stabilize the building afterwards, which makes us all feel very comfortable now.
Yeah, sure.
The front of the building, when we took off the facade in July of 2012, the extra addition on the outside, because it had stairs leading up to it initially, there was no brick. There was no building there. We opened it up to see nothing. So it was really fun to bring back windows again all the way across the front of it. This is the original entry there. And so at some point you would have come in and you could have gone left or right after they, sad. after it was no longer one business and they turned it into 2 businesses, you could have gone left or right there. Let's see, it was Pringle Brothers and Keller. The families are still in the area. And they're still in the area. It's been the Babcock building. It was a Wildman building from like 1950 until 1992, I believe. That is where a lot of people my age spent a lot of their childhood looking at candy and toys and stuff like that. And we are featured. We're in the Edgerton. I don't know if you guys have seen this as part of your history book, your history class. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, we haven't taken a look at it ourselves
This
yet.
is our building. This is the 2nd phase of our building. It's going to be putting the corbels and the interesting architectural features back on the building that has lost through the years. So, in here somewhere, it was nice enough that Mark Scarborough, who did this book, was very excited to see it being restored again.
Oh wow,
So this is our building.
that's cool. That was a very cool picture.
Yeah. So we were really excited to get this building because it is significant to our city. It's a nice piece of history. It's one of the oldest, if not one of the oldest, commercial buildings in town still standing. It predates all of the tobacco warehouses. So this would have been one of the first places they would have come to set their tobacco prices, to sell their tobacco. Yes. Our oldest one is the Dickinson building, and so we predate the Dickinson building by a couple of years. Let's see. Currently remodeling the European Center. It was the Babcock block. This is known as this. It's been known as the H.S. Swift block and the Babcock block. At one time it was red. Not painted red, because they didn't used to paint brick buildings. It was called a wash. So you'll see whitewash on things. Well, this had a red wash on it. And you can still see it if you approach it from this heading east on Fulton Street. You can still see, if you look up, you can still see this red brick. Nobody's ever bothered painting over it in all of these years. Like, they've painted the front and the side, but they've always like, oh, we won't deal with that over there. So you can see over there the red brick, and back in the garage area you can see the red brick. So I just thought that would be kind of fun to take it back to being the red brick. So in advertisements back in the paper, like in the 30s, it was down at the big red brick building. It's like, what? It used to be red? Yes. When they were digging out, because they had to, in order to put in this huge stair tower in the back, they had to put in cement footings that run from the back of the building to the front, so that's over 90 feet, and 2 sections of them, so tons of cement went down there bucket by bucket. But because they were down in the basement then, they uncovered tons of like glass bottles and stuff like that down there. So it was from the Edgerton bottling factory, and it was like ice cream flavors. And because at some point they must have had like an ice cream or soda shop bar in here, people to come and get an ice cream soda. Like, so we have some of them are over there. But it's kind of fun. So that's sort of like an archaeological dig, and so they haven't been able to go through everything. So in the future, there is still places underneath the basement, underneath this floor to go and kind of dig through when we have time. Yeah. So let's see. Anything else? Well, do you remember any of your questions?
Do you want to just